Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. This week I'm reviewing The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. As it's becoming kind of a habit, I saw a few reviews of this book on Instagram and I got curious about it because the summary definitely seemed like the description of a crazy adventure to me. Also, it sounded funny, so I gave it a shot. So this book tells us Olive's story. She always felt unlucky in her career, in love, in everything, basically. Her identical twin sister, Amy, on the other hand, is probably the luckiest person in the world. Her meet-cute with her fiancé is something out of a romantic comedy, and she's managed to finance her entire wedding by winning a series of internet contests. Worst of all, she's forcing Olive to spend the day with her sworn enemy, Ethan, who just happens to be the brother of the groom and the best man. Olive braces herself to get through 24 hours of wedding hell before she can return to her comfortable, unlucky life. But when the entire wedding party gets food poisoning from eating bad shellfish, the only people who aren't affected are Olive and Ethan. And now there's an all-expenses-paid honeymoon in Hawaii up for grabs. Putting their mutual hatred aside for the sake of a free vacation, Olive and Ethan head for paradise, determined to avoid each other at all costs. But when Olive runs into her future boss, the little white lie she tells him is suddenly at risk to become a whole lot bigger. She and Ethan now have to pretend to be loving newlyweds, and her luck seems worse than ever. But the weird thing is that she doesn't mind playing pretend. In fact, she feels kind of lucky. I love romantic comedies, and we usually get so many funny and awkward situations that the characters are put in, mainly due to some lack of communication. But at the same time, with this book, we get a resolution between these two due to a perfect communication. This means that even though they are very mean with each other, they aren't afraid to be honest and transparent, even though a lot of times they don't have all the right facts. It's the little provocations that let them solve their issues with each other and making their connection deeper. And we all know that it's very easy to go from hate to love and destruction. And of course, when you add all the pressure they get themselves into on the vacation with a new boss and an ex-girlfriend thinking they are married, then it becomes a really funny story. Their antics trying to pretend they are in love, even though they can't stand each other in the beginning, was truly hilarious. I think those moments also helped Olive and Ethan to get to know each other and their own fragilities, and that's very interesting to me. I also think that Olive thinking she was so unlucky made her a little insecure in certain aspects of her life. And even though she didn't care much about what Ethan thought about of her, it always bothered her how cold he was and indifferent. I also loved how her honesty, by the end of the book, she lost her new job due to it, and you can see that it's part of her, and she can't live with lies a long time. It's also why I think she's such a reliable character. Honestly, it made me a little mad with her twin sister Ethan for not believing in her, because she wouldn't lie and make some story up. I'm trying not to spoil a lot, but she's honest to a default, and even though it's a major plot point, I got to say that it also gave her an opportunity for growth, which made her character more solid to me. And of course, I loved Ethan, even though I wanted to hit him for not believing Olive in a major moment. It was so funny and a cutie. He just needed to be brought out of his shell for Olive to see him with new eyes and to realize they belong together. They made sense. Finally, I love the theme of family described in the book. Olive and Amy had such a big family, and they were always there for each other, no matter how inconvenient in certain moments they were. But I really loved how they supported each other and always found a solution for things, either for a new job or a broken heart. I also loved Olive's and Amy's connection as twins. It was such a special and unconditional relationship. Honestly, I'm already looking into other books by Christina Lauren. Really like this one, and I'm curious for others that I read some summaries of. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rita's Book Club for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings!